What's up, everybody? Name is, my handle is at Real Benevolence on Twitter, Instagram. If you do that kind of thing, I occasionally get there, but not that often, mostly on Twitter. So today, I'm going to kind of shy away from the politics for the most part and talk about something that's really just eating my lunch. It's just eating me alive. I can't stand it. I got to say something about it. I have to say something. I can't just let it go, right? Because this could affect all of us on a monumental scale. Actually, that's not true at all. It's just somebody that said something really stupid because I guess they wanted to get people talking about him. And it's working. Believe me, it's working. So Draymond Green has said that he is the greatest defender in NBA history. Now, granted, that may not, I may be paraphrasing that a little bit. I can't remember verbatim exactly what he said, but something to that effect. So he's claimed that he is the best, the greatest, the GOAT when it comes to defending. Now, I'm not saying he's not a good defender, He does a lot of things that are really good for his team. The guy does everything except for look like a basketball player, His form is terrible, we'll say that much. But he's consistent. He does play good defense. He rebounds. He doesn't score a lot of points most of the time, but he's consistent and, gets assists and steals and blocks and whatever else. He does what needs to be done, and he's what every team really needs to be successful, is that kind of utility player that fills in the gaps that other people are not taking care of. And you can't really teach that. That's something that some people just have. Like a Dennis Rodman, for example. You can't teach that. It's natural. Granted, best defender? Are you kidding me? Man. Okay. So, I think it was 82, 83 season is when the NBA instituted the Defensive Player of the Year award. In that time, two people have won it 4 times. Dikembe Mutombo, pretty good defender. And Ben Wallace. Also, basically, he averaged 0.03 points a game for his entire career. That's all he did was play defense. Ben Wallace. So, that those two guys, you could make a good case for. How about this guy, little person, or not little person, but a little guy you may have heard of named Bill Russell. That guy was a pretty good defender. That guy was, he was pretty good at basketball. I don't know if you know this or not. He's pretty much the reason they started recording block shots, right? So, it wasn't even a stat when he was doing it. He was throwing people's stuff into the stands and they weren't even recording it. It wasn't even counting towards his, whatever. Tell me something, man. Come on. Dwight Howard, I believe he won it 3 years in a row, the Defensive Player of the Year award. And then I think there's a couple others who've won it twice. Kawhi Leonard, I think he's won it twice. And who else? I feel like there's other people, maybe a few other people that's won it 2 times. But my point is, Draymond Green is not the best defender to ever play basketball. That statement in and of itself is just completely asinine, and I don't know if he really believes it or if he's just trolling, And he does troll, or he really is just that full of himself and thinks he's not getting enough credit for what he does. But pound for pound, you stack him up against. He's not as good a defender as Ben Wallace was. He's definitely not as good as Dikembe Mutombo. Come on, man. Dikembe? Are you kidding me? I mean, there's countless others who are just better defensive players. Dwight Howard in his prime, you don't get much better of a defender than that. And not only that, not only was Dwight Howard at his best, one of the best defenders to play in the post, but he was also almost unstoppable on the offensive end. I mean, I can't reconcile how he can come to that conclusion. But, there again, that's him. Draymond's always been a little sensational and a little full of himself, for what he does. Honestly, I've always thought he's a little bit overpaid. But even though like I said before, he's a very useful quality player that any team needs and can benefit from. But, it's not like if he's going to be a star no matter where he goes. He just fits in that role where he's at. But I couldn't let it stand. I cannot let that stand. Not the greatest defender to ever play. You hear me? Not the greatest. That's all I had to say. Everybody has a great day, and maybe take a break, a little mental health break, a little breathe in, breathe out, little mental health cleanse, right? So take it easy, everyone. See you the next time.